Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Snack-KENN. Today I'm going to be making something very special. I'm going to be making a smoothie basically with one of the flavors of Vega One that I've already done a review of, and it's the all-in-one nutritional shake chocolate. Now, if you've seen the video, as you might know, I didn't particularly care for the taste of the chocolate mix when it's just mixed with unsweetened almond milk. I tried it with regular or basically original almond milk as well. It has a little bit more sweetness to it, and unfortunately that I didn't really care for that either. So, but as I also mentioned in that video, I have had it with smoothies and I really like it. So I'm basically going to be showing you all one of my favorite smoothies to make, and it can be for breakfast or really any time. Breakfast is probably the ideal time to make this one, but I'm going to be having it for dinner tonight after I make it. And Vega also has a lot of different recipes that you can try, and I'm going to try some of those eventually, but I wanted to do one of my favorites, basically one of my easy go-tos, just to show you all again, what makes me like the chocolate mix despite the fact that, you know, I don't like it just with milk. So what we're going to have today is, well, 1 scoop of the chocolate Vega One, and then we have a half of a frozen banana. Now you can just do a half of a regular banana. It's all up to you, but I happen to have this one in the freezer, so I'll be using that. And then have some strawberries here. These are organic strawberries from Trader Joe's. It doesn't have to be organic, but usually you get the best taste out of organic strawberries, in my personal opinion. And there's going to be 3/4 of a cup of these going into the blender. And then we're going to have, well, on the box it measures it, like 1 serving is technically 2 cups, but I usually go by a handful, and I basically estimate that to be about 1 cup. I mean, it might be a little bit up or down, it's hard to say, but essentially 1 handful of organic baby spinach. And then finally, going to have 1 cup of silk almond milk original. Now, it's not going to be the unsweetened, so this one will have a little bit more sweetness, which is what I like. But you can definitely just go with the unsweetened, and you'll shave off 30 calories with that alone. So this is going to be 60 calories coming from this. And all in all, when this is all said and done, I'll give more of the nutritional information after I have the smoothie ready, but on calorie count alone, all of that together is 345 calories, which for a full meal, I mean, you know, this is a meal replacement as it is, so adding in all the nutrients and everything else you're getting with the fruits and the spinach here, in my opinion, that's really good, but basically a good substitute for a full meal. Now, I'm going to get into this and start blending the smoothie, and I'll be right back with you all after the fast forward. Alright, so now we have the smoothie, and I actually have a little tiny left over there. What I had to do is, because I had the frozen banana and I didn't have enough liquid in there, I needed to add a little bit of water to make sure it can mix properly, which is, you know, definitely a good thing to do, and it doesn't add any calories into it at all. Always a good thing. And as I mentioned earlier, well, even though I mentioned about the almond milk, you don't actually have to use that. This is one, like doing these smoothies, just using water and even ice cubes if you like, you know, just really nice and cold. Just using water is a great way to make the smoothies as well. You don't get the same creaminess, in my opinion, as if you use the almond milk, whether original or unsweetened, but it comes out really good either way. But I'm going to give it a taste here and let you all know my thoughts, because this is actually the first time I've ever really sat down, or, well, stood up and analyzed my thoughts on the smoothie. But as I said before, it's basically my favorite one and the easiest to make. Absolutely perfect. Simplicity is key in my opinion, and I think that really just the chocolate, it's like you still have that little bit of a stevia taste to it, like it just barely peeks out, but that the powder combined with the strawberries, the banana, the spinach to a point, just makes an absolutely fabulous taste. Like if you like chocolate covered strawberries, or even a banana split, I would venture to say, I would say you would love this, absolutely. And that's my dog in the background. But he's having some fun. But yeah, this is absolutely one of my favorite smoothies to make. And as I mentioned earlier, I was going to provide some more of the nutritional information regarding this smoothie as a whole. Now, as I said, as far as calories go, you have 345 calories with the ingredients that I put in. As far as the total fat, you have 9 grams of fat from that. So, you know, that might seem a little bit scary to some people that are trying to watch their fat intake, but I mean, all of this is, you know, it's either plant-based or it's, you know, vegan, essentially. So, you know, and it's all good fats from what I can tell. So, you know, don't let that scare you away, especially since it's a meal replacement. Cholesterol, 0 cholesterol in the entire thing. Sodium, 223 milligrams, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things is really small. That's maybe, like, basically in one meal replacement, approximately like 10% of your sodium or daily sodium intake. So, you know, not too bad there. Potassium, a ton of potassium. Well, rounding up here, you basically get 1,700 milligrams of potassium. Now, when it comes to carbs, it is a bit high. So if you're watching your carbs, you know, that's one thing to keep in mind. But for this, with those ingredients, you get 50 carbs by itself. Now, you also get 14 grams of fiber, which essentially knocks that down to, do math in my head, 36 net grams of carbs there. And again, all of it's, I mean, it's all coming from fruit and almond milk. So, I mean, it's in my mind, that's good carbs. I'm not a scientist or anything like that, so I can't really say for sure, you know, or give you any real accurate analysis. But from what I can tell, everything that I'm having in this smoothie is definitely good for you. And then finally, we get down to the protein. You get 23 grams of protein, which is just short of your 25% daily allotment, or at least it is for me. Well, you have 180% vitamin A, over 200% vitamin C, 71% calcium, and 47% iron. That's just what it's providing here. There's all kinds of more nutrients coming from the powder alone. So yeah, you just it's a very healthy meal and absolutely delicious. And actually, one extra little tip I would have is that, and this would probably be really good if you're making anything like this and you want to share it with the kids and they love peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Now that, admittedly, that will bring up the fat count and, you know, the calories a bit, but it adds this very nice smooth flavor that when you combine the chocolate powder with that peanut butter just makes the smoothie that's already delicious even better. And if you're going to be having that by yourself, I would recommend doing that after a workout because, you know, that would be even more protein coming in, helping to, you know, helping with the muscles after you've worked them out and everything. But yeah, that would be, you know, the last real tip I have there. There's all kinds of other things you can add if you want to. If you want more fiber, I recommend chia seeds. You can use other seeds as well, like I think fennel isn't right, but there's different kinds of seeds you can use to add more fiber. I personally recommend chia. And yeah, it's just a really, really good smoothie. Again, I'll provide the recipe down in the description below if you want to check that out. Again, 345 calories, excellent for a meal replacement, and it'll leave you full for quite a while. I can personally guarantee that with my jiggly belly. And yeah, everyone, I will see you next week for the next Snack-KENN, and to Vega, thank you all very much for a delicious product. I'll see you next week, everyone.